Have you ever played a video game before? The chances are your answer is, why yes, Luke with Glass, I have. But if I'd asked this question 100 years in the past, I'd be tarred and feathered. Hell, if I had asked this question in the past 50 years, you'd probably still have no idea what I mean. So how has one of today's largest forms of entertainment gotten this popular in so little time? Well, after my favorite game man, Alan Turing, got the ball rolling with his invention of computers, the first real video games were made in the 1950s and 60s, being made by computer scientists on bulky old computers, just trying to test the waters to see what their capabilities were and then improving upon them. In the 1970s, the marketing of video games started to take off, with the first home console, the Magnavox Odyssey, and arcade machines playing simple games such as Pong and Computer Space. After seeing the success of Pong, a lot of companies joined the video game business, but no one was really making improvements. Instead, they were just making lame rip-offs trying to make a quick buck. After so many years of playing the riveting Pong, someone had to make video games more interesting, and so the first ROM cartridges were made. And boom! We see the rise of arcade gaming with Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Galaga, and a bunch more. But once again, no one tried improving it, and after a few years, gaming just got boring. Making all these cloned, oversaturated, and poor quality games just lost the interest of their patrons. Consequently, in the early to mid 80s, the video game market crashed in the United States. But thankfully, in proper Japanese fashion, they saw the Americans sucking at technology and thought, let me kick your ass real quick. Then I'm gonna make bank off ya. Oh yeah, the Japanese company Nintendo released their iconic Nintendo Entertainment System, which relit the flame for home video game consoles. Nintendo learned from the past by improving their products to make sure they never went out of style. Yes, they made a pitchfork into a controller, but they changed the whole friggin' game with 3D. Wow. Anyway. And on the flip side, they're making video games that you can hold in your hand.
Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance.
And even better, you can hide it under your pillow so your parents don't know you're staying up all night playing Mario Kart DS. Take my money. Now by this point, video gaming was only going up, which meant Nintendo gained some more buddies to compete with, such as Sega early on, which is still doing totally awesome today. Also at around this point, PC gaming started to climb its way up quite quickly with the rise of home computers. So Sony slowed its focus on other electronic junk and made, you'll never guess, a video game console, the PlayStation. This thing made every other video game joint's balls sweat with their sleek graphics and use of DVD-ROM discs for more storage. Matter of fact, in the late 90s and early 2000s, Sony was going off. They added DVD players and were chatting about how people wouldn't even need computers if they bought their PS2. So you're telling me I get a home computer, a DVD player, and video games, and it's only $100 more than the GameCube? Take my money, why don't you? All of this info was shivering little Bill Gates' timbers and worrying him that people wouldn't need to buy his little computers anymore. So he dropped his dick from his hand and got Microsoft to start making video game consoles as well.
It is truly the future of video games, and I'm very excited to simply be a part of it if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
This brought the Xbox on shelves, infamously responsible for the almighty Coke and Fries Halo at Burger King. Anywho, now we're in the mid-2000s, and Xbox and PlayStation are off in their own little pissing contest, trying to out-console each other. But Nintendo, he's just sitting there in his little diaper corner, trying to think of a clever new idea for another weird controller, because apparently these weren't quirky enough.
What if only one hand?
We would like to play.
You're telling me I can make a character look like a fucking dickbag just to get smoked by some old fart who sits there in his home playing Wii Bowling all day? Fuck yeah, why do I have any money left? Take it! In the past 15 or so years, everything from the accessibility, the demographic, the quality, the comfort, everything about video gaming just keeps getting bigger and better. For the most part. Your grandma used to yell at you to get off that damn Nintendo. But now, all of a sudden her brains are turned to rot from playing Candy Crush all day. From my dad telling me to go outside and play, to him being a higher level than me in Pokemon Go.
The world's evolving, and whether you like it or not, those damned video games are gonna get you too one day. Thank you.